Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Chaz bringing you a new video on Duel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new box which is dropping very soon and going over what my thoughts on the box is, what's good about it and what's bad about it. There are plenty of things that are wrong with it, and the first thing I'd like to say about the box, I've looked through all the cards and whatnot, and if you're a free-to-play player that hasn't really been keeping up with every single box in the game, it's definitely a skip. But for the players that have been collecting 3 of everything from every other box, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good box if you are a pay-to-play and you do have other cards in the box. It does have the Red Dragon Archfiend, but from the Stardust and other cards that we have along them lines, I can't see it having too much play. We've got more Leviathan support, we have all sorts of support, but the main support in this box, the best stuff, is definitely the Brotherhood, or the Fire Fist. It's definitely the best support in the game. Well, best support in this box. So yeah, let me just go over a few of the cards that I think stand out the most. Definitely Bear. Bear is the best card to come out for Fire Fist, I think, because this card was the best in the TCG deck for Fire Fist, and I've been asking for it to be put in Duel Links for ages, ever since I saw Fire Fist in Duel Links, and this is going to make the deck a lot better. Once per turn, when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can set one fire formation spell directly from your deck. Once per turn, you can send one face-up fire formation spell or trap you control to the graveyard to target one monster on the field and destroy it. Very powerful effect. You can pop one of your opponent's monsters straight off the field, go for your OTKs and stuff, and it's not hard whatsoever to fill your back row with fire formation spells and traps, because there's so many of them, and we do have searches for them. Stuff that grabs them straight from the deck and puts them in the back row. There's all sorts of stuff that goes along with it. Really, really good. But that's what I'm on about with it being bit pay to play, for the simple fact people that are free to play obviously might not have the other cards to go along with it, like Gorilla and the other ones. So if you really want to run this deck, you're going to have to go through previous boxes and dig out the other Fire Fist cards to run it. You can't just grab the Fire Fist from this box and make it work. And the other really, really good card, the one that stands out the most, is definitely Dark Bribe. Dark Bribe was an amazing card in the TCG as well. And it just denies your opponent. It's a really, really good card. It's probably going to be a staple in a few decks. When your opponent's spell and trap is activated, your opponent draws one card, also negate the activation of the spell or trap. And if you do destroy it, very, very powerful effect. You do give your opponent a extra card, but at the end of the day, you're blowing up one of the main combos that they are going to be trying to do with a spell or trap, getting rid of it. And the cost is better than life points, I think, with other cards. Obviously, you pay life points to destroy spell or traps or whatever. And this one negates it, and they get to draw a card instead of affecting your life points. So it's probably going to see some play. It's pretty good. Other stuff in the box, and this is where it gets really bad. Like, Alexander Dragon is an SR. Some people are really happy about this. Other people, not so much, like myself. This needed to be in the game like 3 months ago, and I have no idea why they're adding it now. Maybe it's because it's better late than never, but I don't think it's going to see too much play. It is a 2000 vanilla 4-star beta, but like I said, a few metas ago, it might have been good, but not anymore. We got so much stuff that can just overpower it, get it off the field, but you never know. It could see some play in some decks. We got some Flamevell stuff, but the Flamevell stuff's not too great because we don't have the main card itself for Flamevell, which is Flamevell Fire Dog. It's a super powerful 4-star monster, and it's not in the game, and it's not in the box. But they have thrown a load of other stuff, so we'll probably be expecting to see the Flamevell Fire Dog in the future. So if you do want to build a Flamevell deck sometime in the future, you can pick up these cards ready for when they do drop the other support for the box. What else do we have? Some awful stuff in here though. You can tell that they didn't put too much consideration into this box. Obviously there are some like 2 good cards that I pointed out, but the rest of the stuff is really weird. Like we do have the knife, fork and spoon set. These I'm not going to see any play whatsoever. It's going to be like kind of a meme deck maybe. I can't see them being too great. They don't have too many amazing effects or qualities. And I was looking through some of the rares and commons and normals and stuff like that, just to see if there's any staples that you can run outside of like Larville or Fire Fist and stuff, and there's not too many. We got like Trap Eater that you can run outside of what the deck is structured around, but there's not too much stuff like spell trap wise. It's just stuff to do with the fire typings and synchros mostly. But my overall views on this box is, if you are paid to play, or you do own all the other Fire Fist formation cards, definitely go for this box, because it's going to be a pretty good deck. I can feel it, especially with the introduction of Bear. And if you're just after a solid staple, there's Dark Bribes in here. I don't know, I'd give this box like a 4 out of 10, basically, because there's not too much to it. There's like one staple card, which is Dark Bribe, which can work in like every single deck, and the rest of it is just cluttered cards that you basically need cards from other boxes to build. So yeah, I know it's kind of a short box review, but that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, please do leave a like on the video, it really does help. Subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.